Hi friends, welcome to Adda 24/7. We are in CAIIB November-December series. Exams are near. Okay, and today we'll be covering statistics, some important part of theory as well as some part of the questions. Okay, so let's start without wasting the time. This is a class number 3. Remember, in class number 1 and 2, kindly check the same on the same timings. Okay, so this is class number 2, 3. We are on the same date every week, same day. We do take the classes on ABM for this same topic in similar topics as such. Okay, sometimes we do take for module A, then we go for module B, C, D, all the 4 modules. Okay, so let's start without wasting the time right now. So this firstly we'll cover some part of the theory, important theory. Now look at this. Statistical analysis of data can be comprised of 4 distinct phases. Means it comprises 4 distinct phases. Okay. What are the phases? Well, firstly, understand what is statistical analysis. What do you mean by this word? So the statistical analysis means, what is statistics? Statistics means basically that you did this in your school life. That 1, 2, 3, 4 and then cut. 1, 2, 3, 4 cut, right? This was statistics. Okay, we deal with frequencies over here. We deal with the data basically. Data means what? First, all the data, whatever you do the samples, from those samples you get some data. That data is converted into figures and then it is used. So there are 2 parts always from CAIIB's angle. Remember, there are 2 parts. One is the population, second is the sample. We always do the survey for the samples and apply it to the population. There are various terms to it. Those terms will be used by you and you will be required to use those terms whenever you solve the numericals. Okay, that will cover in our paid classes definitely. So do join them. So, statistical analysis of data can be comprised of 4 distinct phases. One is collection of data, second is classification and tabulation of data, third is analysis of data, and fourth is interpretation of data. Now let's study one by one in short, not too details. Okay. So, in the first stage of investigation, numerical data is collected from different published or unpublished sources, primary or secondary. Means what? What do you mean by this word? See this. Data can be collected either in form of direct interview. I can take the interview of somebody. So when I take the interview, it is called as primary. Because what do you mean by primary? I am dealing with that person for the first time. I am dealing with first face to face. So this is known as primary. Now, what do you mean by secondary then? Secondary means, suppose if somebody else has taken this interview, now he has given this data. Okay, now he has given this data over here, and that data I'll be using. When I use this data, use the data which is generated by somebody else. At that time, this is called as use primary data. Here, use primary data. Okay. When I use the primary data, it is called as secondary data. Secondary. Okay. Chalo, clear now. Let's move on. Classification and tabulation of data. The raw data collected is to be represented properly for further calculations. Now, what do you mean by this? Whenever I do the survey, anyone does the survey, we get various responses from various persons, right? We give those forms generally, or we ask them orally also nowadays. Nowadays, forms is out of question. So we ask them orally also. So whatever we ask them, what do? We try to arrange that data. Okay? We try to arrange that data in a serial order, in a format which is required by us. Okay? So whenever we try to arrange this data in a format required by us, so that is known as tabulation, classification and tabulation. Classify it. For example, suppose if I do the survey of, let's say, 50,000 persons in any city. So what is classification basically? It means that what will I do? I'll classify them, let's say, as per the salary. First salary will be below 10,000. Second salary will be 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50. Let's say 50 to above 50 we'll call it. So this is known as classification. So whatever survey I do, whatever respondents give me the answer, that will be classified under these 4-5 categories. Then what happens next? Tabulation. Tabulation means what? I'll table them, put them in the order. Means I'll mark it this way. This is known as frequency. This is a frequency calculation actually, isn't it? So what we'll do? We'll mark them in the table and then calculate the total frequencies and then write them. So that is known as tabulation. The raw data collected is to be represented properly for further calculations. The raw data divided into different forms, different groups or classes and represented in form of table. So this is represented in form of table. Got it? Clear? Analysis of data. Classified and tabulated data is analyzed using different formulas and methods according to the purpose of the study of the or investigation. Means here we apply the formulae. Various formulae are applied. Now what all formulas can be there? See, what are we require depending on that. I may require standard deviation, so I'll apply standard deviation. I may require mean, mode, median, anything. So I'll apply those formulae over there. I may require standard error, so I'll apply that. Okay. So analysis of data means whatever data has been classified or tabulated, what we do is we arrange them. We have already arranged them over here. Now we will be applying formulae to this. Next is interpretation of data. Once we apply the formulae, then what are we doing actually? We are actually generally what happens, this is a population and you are doing the sample surveys over here. Now whatever answers you get in these samples, you apply it to the population. This samples answers are applied to the population. This is what the method is method followed in generally sampling distributions. Okay. Interpretation of data. At final stage, the relevant conclusions are drawn from the data is thoroughly analyzed. Means whatever answers I get after applying the formulae. Suppose if I get standard deviation, suppose if I get mean, suppose if I get mode. So all these answers which I've got, they are analyzed. Analyze means what? Analyze means not only numbers, it means the well thought process as such. What do I mean by well thought process? For analysis, when I say it's a process, it means, suppose if I get mode. What is the meaning of mode? We go to that basics. Mode means which comes maximum number of times. So what does it mean? If there is a mode of some salary, then it means that maximum number of times that same salary is coming. It means maximum people are having the same salary. Suppose if I get mean, what do you mean by this mean? We need to understand the basics of that word first. Once we understand the basics of that word, then only we can analyze. Here, analysis is not just finding the calculations, doing the calculations. Because calculations can be done nowadays by the machines, isn't it? So what is the use? What is the human use? Human use is understanding those calculations and getting some inferences which can be used practically in our everyday life. That is analysis. So interpretation of data means at a final stage, relevant conclusions are drawn after the data is thoroughly analyzed. Now what is frequency? If the frequency of a variable, discrete or continuous. Now firstly understand this word discrete or continuous means what? Okay. Discrete or continuous. Now what do you mean by this? Discrete means which can be separated. Discrete means which can be separated. Separated means what? Suppose if I am counting, let's say, the trucks in the city. So those are discrete. Okay. They can be separated. One truck, second truck, third truck, fourth truck, that can be separated. Continuous means what? Suppose if I am counting, let's say, this water particles. Okay. So water particles are continuous. Suppose if I am counting, let's say, sugar. So sugar, you can count one grain of sugar, second grain of sugar, that is continuous. Similarly, over here also, in general terms, means in the overall country as such. Suppose if I am calculating the population for the overall country, then even though I am able to calculate one person, second person separately, but for such a huge data, what we do? We treat them as continuous data. So now understand one thing. Same element can become as discrete if it's smaller, and same element can become as continuous if it is bigger. So if the value of the variable discrete or continuous, height, weight, income occurs twice or more in a given series of observations, then number of occurrences of the value is termed as frequency of that value. Frequency means what? How many times that term is occurring. Okay. Suppose if somebody is occurring more than once, suppose somebody is occurring 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, so that is known as frequency. Always remember this term. More than once occurs twice or more, then only we call this as frequency. Suppose if somebody is coming, some element is coming only once, so that is not called as frequency. Okay. The way of representing data in form of table consisting of values of variable with the corresponding frequency is called as frequency distribution. Now what do you mean by this? See here, way of representing a data in form of table consisting of values of variables with the corresponding frequencies. Now how do we show this frequency distribution? It's like this. Suppose if I want salary, okay, and then this is the frequency. I'm taking the, let's say, a survey of let's say 20 persons. 20 persons I am doing the survey. Okay. So out of those 20 persons, let's consider only 3 salaries less than 10,000. Okay. Then 10,000 to 50,000 and greater than 50,000. Okay. Now, if out of these 20 persons, I am getting 7 over here. 10 to 50 I am getting, let's say, for 13, 12, let's say 12 over here. Then how many will be there for greater than 50? 12 plus 7 is 19 and total is 20%. So 1 will be there over here. So what do you mean by frequency over here? Frequency means when I did the survey of 20 persons, out of those 20 persons, 7 had a salary less than 10,000. 12 had a salary between 10 to 50. Then above 50 there was only 1 person. So this 1 person won't be called as see this as per the definition. It applies twice or more. So this 1 is not called as a frequency. 7 is called as a frequency. Okay. But in your exam, even though this definition says twice or more, in your exam, you might get a question which will have 1 as a number and they'll be asking you as a frequency. So what you do in that case, frequency is 1 upon 20. See here. Suppose if I have, this is my total data which I have got. Suppose if I have to distribute it, means what will I do now? I'll try find out the relative frequency of this. Relative means 7 upon 20. This is 12 upon 20. And this is 1 upon 20. That is known as relative frequency. And we go on and on. These calculations move on. Okay. So this frequency distribution means the way of representing the data in form of table consisting of values of variables. See these values of variable with the these are the values of variable with the corresponding frequencies. So this part is known as frequency distribution. This full table is known as frequency distribution. Okay. Now what are class boundaries? Class means what? Here, as I gave in earlier example, 10 to 50. 10,000 to 50,000. That was the salary. We considered one class. So this class boundary means where I have the lower boundary as well as the upper boundary. Inclusive classes can be converted into exclusive classes and a new class intervals are called as class boundaries. Now what do you mean by this? See here, 10k to 50k. This is my lower limit, and this is my upper limit. Okay, upper limit. Now what is mentioned over here? Inclusive classes. What is this? Exclusive classes. This is an important term in your exam. Okay. So 10,000 lower limit. Suppose if I include this lower limit in my calculations and I include this upper limit also in my calculations in this class calculation, then only it's called as this inclusive class. Means what? Suppose if I get a salary of 50,000, some person who's having a salary of exactly 50,000. So where that person should be placed? That person will be placed in 50,000, this category only or this class only. Then it is called as inclusive. And what is exclusive? Exclusive means we don't take these figures. Last figure we don't take. Last and the first. So 10k, if somebody is having a salary of 10,000 exactly, that person won't be taken over here. it generally happens that upper boundary is never taken, lower boundary is taken. Suppose if I am having this 10k to 50k, next class is 50k to, let's say, 70k. Okay, if this is my second class, okay, then I'm having further classes as such. So in this case, suppose if I'm having the exact salary of 50,000, where will I include that person? In this or in this? Generally, the person is included in the next class, next. Okay, so the person with 50,000 will be included over here. Suppose if I am having the salary of 70,000, exactly, where will I include that person? I'll include that in the next class, not in this ending one. Okay, so inclusive class can be converted into exclusive class. These need to be converted to exclusive classes. Exclusive means the upper and the lower boundary is not taken into account. And the new class interval is called as class boundaries. So the classes 5 to 9, 10 to 14 can be converted into exclusive type. See, these are the examples given. 5 to 9, here 5 to 9. This is an inclusive type. Both 5 and 9 are included. Suppose if I am having the answer 9 over here, so that will come in the same class. Suppose if I am having the answer of 10 over here, that will come in this 10 to 14 class. So this is inclusive type, inclusive. So what will I do? I'll convert this to exclusive. How will I convert? See this. What will I do? I'll take 0.5 over here, 0.5 over here, 0.5 on this side, 0.5 on this side. So it becomes what? 4.5, right? And second one becomes 9.5, isn't it? So this is known as exclusive type, exclusive. Similarly over here, this 10 to 14 becomes what? Again 9.5, right? And 14.5. 14.5, right? So this becomes exclusive. When we have this 0.5 numbers like this, so that becomes exclusive. Okay, it's not only 0.5, okay, it can be any number, but this lower limit and upper limit should not be included. That is called as exclusive. Got it, everyone? So coming back, summarize this. This is 5 to 9 is inclusive, this part. And one part about inclusive, one important point about inclusive is 9 and 10. There's a difference. This closing is not equal to this opening. Whereas over here in exclusive, closing equals to opening. Okay. Now let's solve some questions over here. Numericals, one-liners. The following table gives less than type frequency distribution of the income per day. Which income is the mode? Which one is the mode over here? Firstly, understand what is mode. Mode means which comes maximum number of times. Maximum number of times. So which comes maximum number of times. So what is mode over here? Let's see. Everyone check this. Give me the answers directly. 100, 80. See here, this number of persons is known as frequency. This is frequency, okay? Frequency. And this is known as the element. Now, we have to find out which one of these is the mode. So, mode, we'll find out this, we'll count anyone as mode when the number is the highest. So, which number is the highest over here? Frequency is the highest. So, I'm having 100 as highest, right? Remaining everyone, no one is highest over here. So my modal class, my mode income is 1500. So my mode becomes 1500 over here. This will be the answer in your exam. Okay. The data for some workers' salary are given as 2300, 2400, 2500, 2100, 2000, 2000, 2300, 2800, 3000, 2300, 2700. My God, huge data, isn't it? 2400 and 2500. If the desired number of class intervals is 10, the class width is, now firstly understand again what is class width. Class width means what? Suppose if I am having like this 10 to 19 here. Now tell me one thing, 20 to 29, 30 to 39. Now what is this type of class called as? Just now I gave you the answer. What is this called as? Inclusive or exclusive? Both of them 10 and 19, they are included over here. So that is called as inclusive or exclusive. It is called as inclusive, right? This is inclusive type. So what do you want in this? See this. Number of intervals is 10. So I'll go on adding this 10. Go on doing this. Okay. So there are 10 intervals over here. So what do we want? We want the width. Width means what? 19 minus 10. So it is 9 plus 1. See here, we are including this opening and closing also. So it will be plus 1. So my width over here will be 10. Similarly, my width over here will be 29 minus 20, that is 9 plus 1. In inclusive, we have to add plus 1. So this is again 10. So once you find out, you'll find out that the width of all these is always same. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, it goes on. Okay. So width will always remain the same. Now suppose I have to find out the width of this given range. This is called as range actually, or these are called as elements. If I have to find out the class width of these elements, so what will I do? Firstly, what I'll do is I'll arrange them, not only arrange them, not required to arrange them. I'll find out the lowest number over here. Which is the lowest number out of these? So lowest over here is what? 2300, 2400, 21, 2000. 2000 I am getting. Anyone else? No, 2000 only. So lowest is 2000. Then I'll find out the highest. Which is the highest one? Highest equals to, what is the answer? 23, 24, blah, 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 3000. So highest is 3000 over here, highest and lowest. 3000 over here and then 2000 over here. Now how to find out the width then? Firstly, you'll have to find out the range. What is range? Range means here, understand the meaning of range, okay? Range means highest minus lowest. So my higher range over here is 3000 minus 2000. Okay, so 3 minus 2. So what is it I am getting? I am getting it as 1000. So this is my range. But what is class width then? Class width equals to class width. Okay, class width equals to range. Whatever is the range I have got, range divided by number of classes, number of intervals. So number of intervals. So what is that? Range is 1000 upon number of intervals is 10. So what is my answer? 100. So this is my answer, 100. My class width is 100. So when I say my class width is 100, how will the classes be then? The classes will be like this. They'll start from what? 2000, lowest one, 2000. Then they'll go to what? Next 100. So 2000. Not 100, 2099. If I'm going for the inclusive type, okay, then 2100, next one, to 2199, okay, and so on. So my width again becomes what? 2099 minus 2000. So it becomes what? 99 plus 1. So 100. Similarly over here. So this is my answer. How to do it? 1000. Got it? Move on. The class interval where the upper and the lower limit are also in the class interval. Understand this. Upper and the lower limit are also in the class interval. These are called as what? Exclusive, inclusive, discrete or continuous. So what is the answer? Just now we saw it, isn't it? It is. Everyone who was there say from the beginning of this class, they will understand it. So exclusive, inclusive, discrete, continuous. Since the beginning, who was there? Correct. The answer is correct. Inclusive. Okay, inclusive. As I gave you this 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39. I can go on adding this up to infinite. Okay. So this is known as upper and lower. Upper and lower are included. So this is inclusive. So if I want exclusive from here, then it is 9.5 to this 19.5. Just add 0.5 over here. Then second one, 19.5. See this. Just subtract 0.5 from this. 0.5 subtract from this. 19.5 to add 0.5 over here. So 29.5 and go on. Go on and on and on. Okay. So this is known as class interval. Upper and the lower limits are also included in the class interval. It's called as inclusive. So this is my answer. Inclusive. This is exclusive. This is exclusive. Okay. and this is inclusive. Okay. The type of cumulative frequencies where frequencies are added starting from the highest class to the lowest class. Then it is called as starting from highest to the lowest. It is called as from highest to lowest. What does it mean? Highest to lowest means what? Okay, suppose if I want to distribute these some survey which I have done. I have to distribute this in salaries. Again, take the same example of salary. We'll stick to the same example. Okay, salary is between 0 to 10,000, then 10,000 to 20,000, then 20 to 30, and so on. Okay, so up to, we'll go up to, let's say, 40 to 50. Okay, 40 to 50. We'll go up to this only. Okay. So this is, now tell me, what is this type of class called as? 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Is it exclusive or inclusive? Who can tell me this? Just type in the comment section fast. Is it exclusive or inclusive? Correct. It is exclusive. Why? Because these two are matching. Whenever end and start match, that is called as exclusive. Okay. So now coming back to our question. The question was from highest to lowest. Highest to lowest means what? I'll start from 40 to 50. Then I'll go below 30 to 40. Then I'll go below what? 20 to 30. Okay. Then I'll go below 10 to 20. And then 0 to 10. See here, what am I doing? I'm going from the highest class to the lowest class. When I'm going from highest class to lowest class, it is called as what? Relative frequency, percentage frequency, less than frequency, or greater than cumulative frequency. So what is it called as? Yes, everyone. Just now I gave you the answer. It is from going from highest to lowest. Highest means what? Greater. So the answer will be what? Again, I gave you the hint also now. Again, highest to lowest. So it will be called as highest to lowest. Just answer me. Let me see. Okay. What will be the answer over here? Yeah. Correct. It is greater than. Okay. Now next one. Let me see. The following table gives the distribution of 100 families. Find a model class. Now this you should be able to find it out. Everyone find it out right now. Let me see. Everyone do it fast. Do it fast. Now model class, I have told you what is model class, right? What is a model class? I have told you that. Yes. It is? Yes. See here. Which is the maximum one? That is known as the model class. Which is the maximum one? Correct. So my model class is 20 to 30. This is my answer. So in the options, you will be given A, B, C, D, A, B, C, something D. So you'll be given these classes. So the correct answer is 20 to 30. Okay. Next one. The runs scored by a batsman in 5 ODIs are 31, 97, 112, 63, and 12. The mean is? Now what is this mean? Mean means what? Mean means average, isn't it? See here, this is known as ungrouped data. Very important part. This is known as ungrouped. Ungrouped means what? Whenever we don't have frequencies given. So that is known as ungrouped data. So this is an ungrouped data. So what is the mean? How to find out the mean? Mean means what? Just go on adding 31 plus 97 plus 112 plus 63 plus 12. And the whole divided by number of elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it is what? Do it. Calci. Use the calci. Everyone should try this. Use the calci, everyone. I'll also try. Okay, let's do it simultaneously. Okay. So what is the answer over here? What are you getting? Let me try. 31 plus 97 plus 112 plus 63 plus 12, isn't it? The whole upon 5, right? So answer is 63. So my mean is 63. Okay. Remember, mean means average, normal average. This is known as ungrouped data. Then if this is ungrouped, what is grouped then? Group means that earlier one which I gave you, salary 10 to 20 and the frequency is given. Whenever frequency is given, it is known as group data. So something 5 is given, then 7, 8, something, these salaries will be given to you, and these are the frequencies. So this is known as grouped data, grouped. Okay. The run scored by the batsman, similar problem. Now we have to find out the median. 5 ODIs are this. Now we have to find out the median. So how to find out the median? So there are a few steps to finding the median. First, arrange them. Arrange in what? Either ascending or descending. Okay. Either of these two will arrange them. So what is ascending and descending? It is 12, then 31. We are arranging them in ascending order now. 12, then 31, then next is what? 63. Next is what? 97. And last one is 112. Right? So we have arranged them in ascending order. Ascending means what? Increasing. Ascending means increasing order. So what is the formula for median then? Once you arrange them in increasing order, second step is find the central number. Which is the central number over here? 1, 2, this first gone, last gone, second gone, second last gone, this one is remaining. So 63. So my median becomes 63. Median equals to central number 63. Okay. Now you'll ask me, sir, this is easy. But if I have the numbers like, let's say 12, again 13, 63, and last one is 97. Only 4 I have. Then what will I do? In that case, when I am having only 4 numbers, then what is the median? Again same. Cancel the first one, cancel the last one. Come up to the center. So in center you will be having 2 numbers now. So for these 2 numbers, find the average. Mean. You can find the mean of these 2 numbers. So 13 plus 63 upon 2. Okay, what is it? 76 upon 2, right? So 38, nah? Yeah. In this case, it will be 38, right? So the mean over here, when the number of elements are even, you have to find the median. When the number of elements are even, you have to find out the central mean of the central numbers. Okay. Following are the marks of 9 students in the class 34, 32, blah, 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 all this. Find the median. Now this you should be able to do it. Everyone, do it fast. 9 students marks are given. Here 9. So number of elements are odd. So it is easy. This problem becomes easier. Let me see how many of you can do it. Let me arrange this in ascending order first. Ascending. We always here. You can arrange them in descending also. No, not an issue. So arrange them. What is the answer? What is this? 21. Starting from 21. Then it goes to what? After 21. Now let me cancel this. 21 is done. Or let me mark this, not to cancel. 21 is done. Next is 24. So 24, I have done it over here. From 24 done. After 24, next one is what? 30. 30 over here. So 30. So 30. After 30, 32. 32 over here. 32. After 32, 34. 34 over here. After 34, 27 is remaining over. This 27. Okay, 27. Yeah, let me mark this 27 over here. Now I'll mark it over here. Okay, 27. Okay, 27 done. This 27 also. Yeah. So now 34 is done. After 34, what? 35. 35. Okay, this 35. After 35, 38. Isn't it? 38. After 38, 48. 48. Okay. Now find out the central number. See here, we have arranged them in the ascending order, increasing order. Now cancel first, cancel last. Cancel second last. Cancel third, this third is now, okay, and this is 35. Then cancel fourth last, and my answer is 32. So my median becomes 32 over here. Okay, got it everyone? Okay, I'll ask you one more question. Find the median if the following data is 21, 24, 30 and 32. 4 numbers are there. Now give me the median. Who can give me the median? Easy one. Yes. Easy one. It is. Everyone, it is. Cancel first, cancel last. Now two central numbers remain because even numbers. Average. What is the mean of this? 30 plus 24. 30 plus 24. The whole upon 2. Right? So 54 upon 2. 27. So that is my mean. Okay, got it? Whenever you have even number of elements, you have to find the average of the central numbers. Okay. The average daily wage of 90 workers is given. Okay. An average daily wage of female worker is given as 45. If 1/3 of the workers are males, average daily wages of the male workers is given as 90. Find the average wage total of all. So this is what we have to find out. Yeah, I'll write it over here. Find. So this is what we have to find out. Average daily wage of all the 90 workers. So what is given now? Now look at this. First, what we'll do, we'll arrange, simplify this problem. There are total 90 persons, out of which how many are males? Males are 1/3 workers are male. So 1/3 are male. So 1/3 of 90 is 30. So 30 males. And how many females then? 60 females. Okay. 60 females. Done. So 30 males, 60 females. Done. Now what have we to do? An average wage of female worker is given as 45. So average wage of female worker, female, this is 45. Okay. And average age of this average wage of this male worker is given as 90. Now this is 90. Don't confuse these two 90. Huh? Luckily they have got a same. Okay. So we have to find out the average wage of the complete 90 persons. So how to find this? So average wage is like this. It is found out like this. Here we'll write this as N1 and this is F1. This is N2. This is F2. Okay. This is N and this is what we have to find out is F. This is my question mark. Okay. So what is my F? The formula for F is like this. F equals to N1 F1 plus N2 F2. Okay. The whole upon N1 plus N2. N1 plus N2. Okay. So what is N1 F1 now? So N1 F1 is 90 into 30. Right. N1 is what? 30. 30 into 90 plus 60 into 45. 60 into 45. The whole upon N1 plus N2. What is N1 plus N2? 90. Right. So upon 90. So what are you getting over here? Everyone tried yourself. What is the answer you are getting? 90 into 30, that is 270. Is it 2700? 2700 plus 60 into 40. 60 into 45. 45, no? Yeah, 45. So what is it I am getting? 5400. Right? Yeah. This divided by what? 90. 90. So my answer is what? 60. So my answer comes out to be over here 5400 upon 90. So that becomes 60. So the average wage of all the 90 workers becomes 60 and that is my answer. Isn't it? Clear? Move on. Find the mode of the call received on 7 consecutive days. Means these are the days given and we have to find out the mode now. Mode. What is the mode? Mode means what? Highest number. So now it should be easy for you. Everyone must be able to tell me. 11 is what? How many times 11 is coming? 1 time. So I'll write it below only. 11 is coming 1 time. 13, 1. I'll mark it. Okay. 13, 2 times. Anything else? No. So this is coming 2 times. 17 is coming 1 time, 19, 23, 25. So this is the only number which is coming 2 times. So what is the mode? The mode becomes 13. Okay. So mode means what? Any number which comes maximum number of times. That is called as mode. Okay. So that becomes 13. So this is my answer, isn't it? Next one. What is the when the median of a number is 18? What is the mean? Oh, sorry. When the mean of a number is 18, what is the mean of the sampling distribution? Now this is a tricky question, you can say, or you can say that this is a typical question. When the mean of any number is 18, what is the mean of that sampling distribution? Sampling distribution means the distribution of the samples which I have taken. So always remember one point from exam point of view, mean of number equals to mean of sampling distribution, SD. So mean of a number equals to mean of SD. So the answer will be 18 only. So my mean of sampling distribution will also be 18. Always remember this in exam. If you get some question, you shouldn't get confused. Mean of a number is same as mean of the sampling distribution. Okay. When the items included in the sample are based on the judgment of individual conducting the sample, then the sample is said to be. So when the items are included means what? Items in the sample are based on the judgment of the individual. Judgment means what? Have you seen? Okay, let me ask you. Have you seen those singing competitions in our television? Singing or what? There are 1,000 dancing competitions, singing competitions, right? So these singing and dancing competitions, what do? There is a judge over there, 3 judges, right? 3 judges. There are various guys coming up, isn't it? So they are these judges, they decide who's right or who is wrong, or who is the right choice. So this is based on what? Their own judgment. So when such thing happens, when it is based on the individual judgment, it is called as what? Non-random, random, simple random, and none of the above. So what is this called as? It is called as, okay, let me explain you some part over here. Non-random and random. Remember, there are 2 types of sampling. One is probability, and second is judgmental. Always remember, judgmental. Okay, always remember. Judgmental means what? It is this one, where the decision is taken on the judgment of that individual. So decision, your judge is there. Judge decides what is wrong and what is right. Probability means what? There is no single person to decide. It's always the data which decides. Data. Okay. So when we have the data which decides, so that is always called as probability. Probability sampling is of 4 types. Okay. That is simple random. Then we have second one. One is simple random. The second is systematic. Third one is stratified. Okay, strata, I'll write it just strata. And fourth one is known as cluster. These are the 4 types of probability samples. Always remember. Okay. So judgmental means judge. So here it is called as non-random, because non-random means judgmental. Non-random. Random means what? Data. Random. I don't know what is the answer. Whatever data will say, I'll give the answer. But non-random means what? It is based on someone else's thinking, someone else's judgment. Okay. A statistic is a characteristic of. Now this is very important question, I would say. See here, whenever we take this population, complete population, let's say I have to do a survey of, let's say 50,000 persons in a city. 50,000. The population of a city is 50,000. So I have to do a survey. So this complete 50,000 is known as population. Okay. Then what do? I can't do the survey of each and every person. But remember, whenever we do the survey of each and every person, it is called as census. Okay. We have the census in our country. What do they do in census? In census, they find out each and every person, each and every this citizen of India and they do the survey of that person. Okay, so that is census. And what is sample then? Suppose if I take some from here, some from here, some from here, and one from here. So let's say I am taking 4 samples over here. Now if I find the 4 samples and I do find the mean of this. So this is known as sample. Suppose if I find the mean of the samples here, mean. When I find the mean of the sample, it is called a statistic. And when I find the mean of the population, this is called as parameter. So population, sample, standard deviation and variance. So statistic is a characteristic of what? It is a characteristic of statistic. It is a characteristic of sample. Okay, clear? It is a characteristic of sample. A sampling plan that selects members from the population at uniform intervals in time order or space. It is called as, okay, just now I gave you, okay, everyone answer me. What were the 4 types of probability sampling I gave you? What were the 4 types? Just tell me each one. It was, first one was simple random. See this, these are the 4 names, simple random. Second one was stratified, no, systematic. Third one was stratified and fourth one was cluster. So these all 4 are the types of probability sampling. Now the question over here is the sampling plan that selects members from a population at uniform intervals. What do you mean by this? Suppose if I am having, let's say, 60 students in a class. And what do I tell them? Okay, what do you guys? You stand in a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something randomly you stand, but in a line. Now what do I tell them? Every 10th student, 10th, okay, 1 to 10, then 11 to 20, every 10th student come out. When I tell them, what am I doing? I am uniform intervals. I am using a uniform interval concept. So this is known as systematic sampling, systematic. Okay. So this is a type of the probability sampling. There are other definitions to this. Stratified means what? I'll tell these 60 students what you do. You stand as per your marks. Now students between 20 to 30% come over here. Students between 60 to 70% go over there. Something like this. So that is known as stratified. I am finding the strata. Okay. What do you mean by strata? Strata means the ladder. Ladder is called a strata. So this is known as systematic when I use them at equal intervals. What is cluster? Cluster means I arrange them as per the generally region, area. I'll arrange them from Maharashtra, from Goa, from Tamil Nadu, from Punjab. That is cluster. What is simple random? Simple random is nothing doing. I'm having all the 60 students over here. All the 60 students over here. I'll close my eyes and put a hand on anyone, here, anyone I want. Okay, and I'll select these 6 students. So that is also called as that can also be a sampling. So that is called as simple random. So these are the 4 types of probability sampling, and the answer for this is uniform intervals. Means the answer is this is systematic sampling. Now let me show you the batches. Here we have the batches coming up for this CAIIB. Everyone do join the batches. Very important. Why? Because here in the 1 hour class I can take some element. I can take every element over here. Okay. So when you join the paid batches, what happens? We get multiple batches of the same on the same subject, and daily we are getting it. So if we can cover the topic in details. Okay. Go to Adda 24/7. All are on Adda 24/7. Here I would always suggest you to go through the app. In the app, you are getting 1% extra. Why? Because you can use the coin systems. So click on JIB and CAIIB. Now afterwards, click on CAIIB November 23, CAIIB. Okay. Now you'll see the batches. Click on this Sankalpa batch 3. Done. Once you click on this Sankalpa batch, look at this. Now you'll see the details of the batch. All the details, product highlights. Interactive classes, detailed subject-wise expertise, recorded 24/7 videos, So everything is available. Recorded videos are available. Means what? Suppose if you miss out on any class someday, you can definitely get back using the recorded sessions. So that's why join immediately over here. In fact, you can join the Mahapacks also. In Mahapacks, what happens? You get multiple batches. Let me show you. See the JIB CIB Mahapack. Click on JIB CIB Mahapack. Then click on CIB ka Mahapack. The CIB Mahapack. Here if you see it again you see the details. Live classes of more than 500 plus hours. Case study batches. Detailed subject wise expertise. Everything you are getting it. Okay. Then recorded videos are available for each and every session. Click on buy now. Now look at this code. See this code is already applied July 77. So use it. 36837 reduces to 8472. Such a huge discount. This is one Mahapack for CAIIB. You have a Mahapack of Mahapacks. Huge, big combo Mahapack. That is, this Mahapack is for combined. See here, let me show you. JIB CIB Mahapack. Now look at this Officers Adda 24/7 Mahapack. Look at this. This Mahapack. Officers Adda 24/7 Mahapack. This is the Mahapack for JAIB, CAIIB, bank promotion and IIBF certification. All of them. You can use the same Mahapack for all these 4 exams. Isn't it a good point? Again, same logic. Buy now. Click on buy now. This code is already applied. Go to the fees, pay it, continue, click on continue, go on, fill in your details and done. Okay. So I'll be back tomorrow with another series. Till then, keep studying and do join the batches ASAP because exams are very near now. Okay. Bye.